Hi guys, and welcome back to Easy WP for you. In this video, I just want to go over with you on the basic simple steps that you can apply to your advanced custom fields. If you're not familiar with advanced custom fields, these are fields that you can customize them over than what you get out of the box, whether it's with WordPress or Elementor or your web page builder. So in this video, I'm just going to walk you step by step what you can do in order to make your life just a little bit easier with those fields. Again, this is the free version, and if you want, there is a link down in the description down below for the pro version. You can go and purchase your own license, and that obviously will gonna give you a little bit more options with advanced custom fields. So let's just get started. Once I'm over in my WP admin dashboard, what you need to do is go over to plugins, add new plugin. Over in the search plugins box, you're gonna type in advanced custom, and that would probably search that for you, and you can see it right here, advanced custom fields. Let's install that. Once we've installed it, let's just activate it. Cool, so now we have it, advanced custom fields, and now our left sidebar, you can see a new widget or a new menu item, which is called custom fields. Let's go into that and let's explore that a little bit. Cool, so now we don't have anything activated or anything created, but we're gonna create a new one together. So in order to do so, we're gonna go over to the fields group and add new one. So at the first thing, or in the default, you're gonna be greeted with a new field, which is gonna be a text field. Let's start with this one just so we can see what is the basic thing and go over it together. In the field type, you have some options to choose from, whether it's text, text area, number, range, email, URL, password. So all these are pretty basic. You see, it's also called basic, but you can type to make it an email field if you're a little bit more familiar with fields like custom forms or Elementor forms. So that's just a little bit like that. Or you can have a content, whether it's image, file, what's like editor. It's the editor you usually see on the page, whether it's a web page or a product page, which you can edit your text, and you have a little bit more options, whether it's to make it bold, whether it's to make it other stuff and style it like a text editor. Embed, you can embed some links or embed some other links that are external, like YouTube links or Vimeo links or any other type of links, which are supported obviously by WordPress. And we have choice, whether it's select, checkbox, ready, and so forth. If you can see, there are other options which are pro only, which I talked about it, and you can grab again your own license and down in the description. We're not going to go over that, and for the simplicity of this tutorial, we're going to go with the text box. We got it, the text. Let's just give it a name. Let's say additional title for product page. Let's just call it like that. Now, we don't have a label for it. Let's give it a label. Let's call it additional information. Now, once you click out of that, you can see this one is filled automatically. So the default value, you can make a default value for it, and you can see under the field, we have a little bit explanation of what is it. Appears when creating a new post. So once you've got a new post, and this field is going to be appearing in this post. And in WordPress, if you don't know already, posts can be anything, whether it's a post that you post like an article, or whether it's a product or anything else, whether you're using a jet engine, which we have on our channel, and you can see the video about it. And all these are called posts as a default, except from pages. Pages act a little bit different, but again, that's a matter for another video. So we've got all that set it up. Now we have in our general tab, let's go to validation. Let's say I want to make it required. So once I want to publish the post and I wanted to remind me, hey, you forgot something, that can be required or not required. Let's make it a required one. We can limit the characters in the field. Let's say I want to make it 20 characters. So it's not going to give me to go over those 20 characters. And that becomes handy sometimes when you want to make it specifically for, let's say you want to make it a password when we have a password field. That's going to be good if you want to make it strong password or, you know, an easy password. So let's make it 20, and I'm going to show you in the product page what else we can do with it or how it limits us with those characters. Now let's go to presentation. In the presentation, we have some instructions. For example, if I'm a website builder and I want to make it a little bit easier for the owner of the website and tell him that, let's say this information is for the product itself. Cool. So information, sorry, for, I have a typo there, for the product itself. Cool. So this one is going to be appearing under the field. So the person or the owner of the website is going to have a little bit more guidance on what this field is about and what he should be putting in that field. Here we have a placeholder. So for this, it appears usually inside the field. So this also just acts a little bit more like a guidance for the website owner or for yourself if you forgot or you're working overtime sometimes and you just need a little bit more guidance or a reminder to see what is this field is about. So this one, let's say for example, big size shirt. You can see that in the product page. We're going to go over it inside the product page. Cool. Prepend and append, you can make it, let's say I want to make addition before the field. That can be also a little bit more advanced. Let's say I want to make it shirt additional information. That could be also applied for that. And append is after the text of additional information. Just bear in mind that you can add stuff before the additional information or the field that you've created or the title itself, or after that text. Now the next thing is wrapper attributes. We can set it to a specific width of the field itself. Let's say I want to make it 50%. It's not going to be all through. Let's say so this one is going to be 100% and 50 is going to be just right in the middle. And I can make it another one. So it's going to look just a little bit prettier on the back end side of the WordPress dashboard. All right, so we can have a specific class for that or an ID to target at. Let's go to conditional logic. Now we're going to go down to settings, location rules. We can make it post type is equal to post. Now we're going to change that to a product. So we're going to go to the drop down and select product down under custom code and above order. Let's make it a product. So we've configured our new field. We set it to required. We went over all these fields and let's just save those changes. Cool. So field group updated. Let's go to our products. In our products, I have some dummy products that I've imported into WordPress. And if you want to see this video, we have that on a channel. If you want just to make some simple products for your web store or just some products you can practice with. So let's just edit that V-neck t-shirt. Let's go to edit. And let's just scroll down additional title for product page. And that's what we have under the product description. So we have this field, now it's a little smaller, but let's just make it a little bit bigger. So just a little bit of a reminder, what I did there that it didn't show. What happened is that I went to custom fields, and if some of you remember in the video, I made a little mistake where I went into the field and I edited and I made a conditional logic. I forgot to uncheck it and that was the problem. So just to remind you that if you make any little mistake or there is a bug, just make sure you configured your field correctly so it's not gonna show like, and you don't know why it's not showing. So let's go back to the product and see what happens. Let's go to the products and let's edit this product. Cool. So now it shows, and now we see that we have additional information. We see this little asterisk sign with red color, and this information is for the product itself. That's what we've configured in the few steps before, and we have big size shirt. So that is just a little bit of information, and you can see that the field is 50% of this width of this widget goes up to, now we can see that field is up to 20 characters long. And if you can see, the space also counts as a character if you didn't know. So now we have this limitation, and what we can do to undo that is go to custom fields and edit this field. So edit that, let's edit it and go to validation. Now we're going to remove this 20 characters and we're going to save the changes. Now we're going to go back to the product, edit that product again, and let's try it again now. Okay, so we have this shirt goes up in size up to extra large. Cool. Now let's save those changes. Let's update that product and let's see that field in action. All right, let's go to a template that we've created with Elementor. Let's create a new one. Let's create a product page. Let's go to simple product and let's do a single product page. Cool. Let's create this template. And I'm going to make it from a usual or a standard Elementor template just for the simplicity of the matter. Let's go with this one. Let's insert it. Cool. So we have a simple product page that we can edit it. So now I just want to add a new widget so we can play around with it. So let's go to these little boxes and let's add, let's go to accordion. Cool. Let's add this widget over here. And in the accordion, let's define this advanced custom field. Let's go to the accordion. Let's go to these little, you can call them cookies or as they call dynamic tags. And let's hit that. And then over here, you can scroll down to the ACF part where the ACF field, we can enter that. And over here, you can see that the title disappeared. Now what we can do is we have a key, and that key is going to be our advanced custom field that we've just created. Cool. So now we have additional title for product page. Now we have additional information, so it's not going to be applied for the title itself. We want it to be in the description of this title or this accordion item. Cool. Let's exit that. Let's hit additional product. Sorry, I forgot the A there. Additional product info. Let's just make it very simple. Cool. So here we can do the same thing as we did in our title. We go over in the text field and hit this little dynamic text. Cool. Let's go to ACF field, and over here I can again go to the key and enter the additional information. And once I have it over here, now it's not going to display, but because this is a dynamic product, so let's say I want to go and hit publish so we can have on all our products. I know we have this error, but I'm just going to take care of it. Just give me a sec. Cool. So I just handled all what we have here on the notice. So just ignore the red one and just save and close. Cool. Now let's open this template and see what it shows us. Cool. Let's go into the little eye icon and then preview the template. Cool. So now we don't have anything over here because this is not the right product. And one more thing to mention is that these fields appear in all of the products, but this additional product information, because it's a dynamic field, it's going to appear only on those products where you've put some input or some information in them. So in this flag product, we didn't put anything. So let's go back to our single product page or single product template page. Let's exit that. Let's go to exit and let's go to our product. In the product, let's go to V-neck t-shirt and let's not edit it. Let's view the product. Once we view it, again, it's a simple one, so I'm not gonna stop on that one. But here we have additional product info and this shirt goes up in size up to XXXL. So we've seen how this works, and now you know how you can set on your own your advanced custom field. The same thing applies if you have any other information or any other fields. And now you know how these dynamic fields work because they are dynamic. Once you've put some information in them, they appear, depends if you set it up in the template, and if you've populated the field itself in the backend of the product page. And if you have any more questions, you want to see other tutorials on the matter, whether it's WordPress, themes, plugins, you want an explanation, a little bit more deeper dive into other plugins that you might have questions about, I'll be really happy to hear from you down in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.